This time out on the Rusty Pilot, we're going to talk about how overwhelming it is to buy an airplane. I've cut several videos on this, but I'm going to go through my 5-2-1 process where I look at 5 planes, bring it down to 2 that I would actually bring into pre-buy or consider pre-buying to get the 1 plane from my mission. I'm going to start offering this as a service. I will do a Zoom call with you to figure out your mission, and then I'll look through the internet, all the listings, and trade a plane and controller, etc., to bring 5 forward I feel like would meet your mission. Lastly, I'll compare and contrast those 5 based on airframe, avionics, engine time left. If we've got to do any upgrading, I'll figure the time in there too. And we'll boil it down to 2 planes that meet your mission. One of them will probably be done and expensive, and the other one will be needing a little bit of work, but we'll figure time and money in on that and help guide you into the pre-buy and guide you to somebody in the local area that can do a pre-buy on these planes. And you're going to still need to go look at them, and I'm happy to go look at them too. But I'm going to start doing this as sort of so I'll help you make sense of ads like this. There's a ton of information listing in this ad currently on the screen. I'll go through that line by line and dissect it and tell you what's a good buy and what isn't. So here's, there'll be 5 of them done just like this. So I'll go through that ad and break it down and analyze the sale. From the asking price, we'll look at what the current market rate of a typical hull is. We'll look at the avionics, and similar hours. VREF I'll cover, not the end-all be-all of a plane. It's typically a little lower than what a sales price will be, but it'll be in there. And I'll give you a little verdict there on, whether it's a steal, a fair buy, or overpriced. I'll break the airframe down. We'll look at the total time. I know when I started buying airplanes, I didn't understand what was a lot of time or not on a particular airframe, so I always found that valuable for somebody to help with me there. We'll look at the hours remaining on any of these engines, and what the value of that actually is, knowing it's a $50,000 engine, and if it's got 100 or 1,000 hours left on a 2,000 hour engine, you still got $25,000 worth of engine. That'll help bring comparisons together on which plane is a better buy than the next plane. We'll look at them, engine compressions, they've got them, prop also, and especially the time when it was done. Because engine overhauled in the 90s with 200 hours and it's been sitting, it'll need to be bore scoped, just like they stated right here. But I didn't know how to read these ads. I know I would have gladly paid somebody to help me read these ads, and actually I did. That's where I kind of came up with I should be doing this as a service. And I'll give you a verdict on that. There's probably 5 to 8 years on this particular Sierra. I'll look at the stack of avionics and what those things are actually worth. And as we compare planes, I'll use that stack of avionics to compare one plane to the next. And if one plane's got a Garmin 650 in it and that's what you're really after, and this plane doesn't, we'll factor all that in. I'll even factor in selling off the avionics on Marketplace or something like that to help get some of your dollars back. Now, we'll go through the maintenance and condition. Has it been hangared? Is there any damage history? Has the ADs been complied with? The spars on the wings? We'll run through the potential cost on the purchase. And just FYI, you need to figure probably $5,000 for every one of these planes you go look at by the time you get through with it. And then I'll give a verdict on what I liked about the plane and what I didn't like about the plane. And by the time we look at about 5 of these, we'll have a couple to go look at, and probably one to move to a pre-buy. And I've got people that do pre-buys scattered around the country that we can get in contact with. So how do you engage me on this? There's a Facebook page. It'll be listed in the bio, or the description rather, and I'll put my LinkedIn profile there too. DM me on either place. We'll contact one another on the phone. We'll set up a time to Zoom. We'll go through and figure out your mission and pick you 5 airplanes out. I'm going to charge $100 for that part. And then I'm, willing to go look at airplanes, and I can help you engage with pre-buy services, escrow, etc. So take a look in the description, and excited to talk to you.